Hey guys, Shawnee Baby 2 here with Shawnee Baby 2 Gaming. We're going to be talking about the Warrior World vs. World Greatsword build in this video. The best way to really do this build is to optimize your damage output along with your health and toughness output. This can be difficult to do, but if done correctly, the Warrior can be a wrecking ball. So really the first thing you want to really start focusing on when you're building this build is to maximize your damage. And the way you're going to do that is you're going to want a high power as well as a high precision. And then you're going to get that high crit chance, and then you're going to want high crit damage as well. Once you get this combination up, you're going to start wielding massive damage. My 100 blades, for example, can down most foes about 3/4 of the way. If it's a beefed up guardian or an evasive thief, sometimes that won't happen, but just stay on them and you can get them down. So first things first, let's take a look at the actual gear I'm wearing. Now you can vary this slightly, but we'll talk about that in a second. So my boots, basically I just bought the whole Draconic set and then I put skins over it, and it's all knights, which gives you the power, precision, and toughness. And I've really found that toughness is better than vitality. Now you kind of want to balance the two, but toughness still seems to give a better output than vitality. However, you still want a little vitality too, so don't get too worked up on that. So you got power, precision here, power, precision. And it's the same thing all the way down the line. The only variety I have between the power and precision and toughness is occasionally I will pick up the Berserkers pieces, which will give you the power, precision, and critical damage. Now, this is where you kind of get the option. If you want to build more of a glass cannon warrior greatsword, which I really don't recommend you do too much of, maybe a little bit of Berserkers, but not too much, or else you'll find yourself dropping too fast. But you can deal a lot more damage this way if you are feeling ballsy enough for it. And for your runes, I have the major runes of divinity, really only because it's all I could afford. Each rune's about 50 silver. They have the superior runes of, I think they're still called divinity, I'm not sure. They're 10 new all stats and 2% critical damage, and you can have as many as 6. Those are really the best runes to get. I unfortunately just can't afford them. For your greatsword, having that critical damage on it is really awesome. Power, precision, obviously. You can also get the one with the vitality and toughness too if you're willing to build more of a tanky build. That's up to you. Sometimes that's better for PvE. Now you can put whatever sigil in you want. I prefer the Sigil of Rage for World vs. World. The quickness is just huge in World vs. World. You can all of a sudden make a close fight into an instant winning fight with that. For my amulets, because I didn't have any vitality on any of my other items, I went ahead and picked up these. They got the 90 the power to vitality, and then they got the 64 to vitality and the 5% critical damage. This gives you a good balance between health and damage. And same thing for the sigil inside of it, or the jewel inside of it. And then this one I went ahead and went back to my standard build, the power, precision with toughness, and I kind of mixed these up all the way through. Power, vitality, critical damage. You've got a little bit of freedom here to do what you want to play around with. This is only a green. Obviously, I would take the exact same stats here if I could, and get an exotic, and then even an ascended. Now, this is really pretty much all you need as far as gear goes. The only thing that I would like to do as far as upgrades is to get the ascended amulets and rings. Really, these accessories can make a big difference. I don't know if you've seen them yet. I unfortunately can't afford them. They're extremely hard to attain. You have to get them through FOTM, the fractals. The higher level fractals will offer those to you, and they'll make a pretty big difference in World vs. World. Later on, when I get some of them, I'll cover that with you guys. And also, now that we've kind of seen all of the gear I have, what's next that you really want to do is make sure you got the right skill set up and the right traits. I'll be covering that in my next video. Thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Shawnee Baby 2 Gaming.